The long wait for the unveiling of Tinubu's running mate is finally over. As the standard bearer of the All Progressives Congress, APC, settled for former Governor of Borno State, Senator Kashim Shettima. Before Tinubu confirmed Shettima, Governor Abdullahi Ganduje of Kano State had on Saturday revealed that Tinubu had settled for a Muslim-Muslim ticket, ignoring the calls by different stakeholders in Nigeria for the ruling party to go for a Muslim-Christian ticket. Joining us on this show this morning as we discuss the choice of Kashim Shettima as Tinubu's running mate and if this will in any way affect the chances of the ruling party in next year's presidential election is Professor Ussiju Medaner, former Director of Organization of the All Progressives Congress. Welcome to the show, Professor Medaner. Thank you very much for joining us.
For having me.
Good morning. Thank you. Well, quickly, do you consider the same faith ticket that the All Progressives Congress, APC, your party, is now proposing to the Nigerian electorate a miscalculation? And if so, why? And if not, why?
Thank you for having me once again. And you see, I always say this politics is something that is, you have to think over 1 million times in a second. It's about demography, it's about calculation, as you said, rightly said. And you have to look at the running mate, what is he coming with? What are the values that that running mate is bringing on board? If you look at the choice of Kashim, he was a commissioner, a governor, and governor for 8 years. Let's look at his first tenure, that is from 2011 to 2015. That was the peak of Boko Haram in that very state. And let's look at what he has done, despite the fact there were a lot of insurgency attack and a lot of things. The post-insurgency, we have seen the developments in that very state and what he has done, what he has bring on board. And let's see even his sense of judgment. It's from his sense of judgment that he picked Zulum so that there will be continuity in what he's doing, just as the Bola Ahmed Tinubu did in Lagos, and he brought Zulum on board. And if you now put it together, what you are trying to bring is competence. And what are you going to get? The person that can bring votes for you to win election. Just remember, His Excellency Kashim was the DG of the campaign of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We have seen the votes from all the states. And you should know, those delegates, they were a product of ward congresses. We have 8,809 wards. When those people were elected, they came to the local government, 774, and elected delegates. So if you see, it will go down. Those people that came were the people that will go and canvass for vote. This is the main person that sells Tinubu to the delegates. And these delegates, they are vote canvassers. They will go back to their own different constituencies and polling units to campaign. And what you should know, Tinubu took time to do consultation and counter-consultation to just look at it horizontally and vertically. What are we bringing on board? It's only in Nigeria. You see people talking about religion, talking about ethnicity, talking about a lot of things. Let me give you an example with Anambra State. In Anambra State, you must be a Catholic or Anglican member. That is one of those things that sells during election. But I will ask, what that Catholic or Anglican brought to bear on development? We say Anambra State today is much more than any other state in Nigeria. Let's go outside the country and see. Kemi in UK, Javid, Nadim are among those immigrants that are contesting to become PMs. That is prime ministers in United Kingdom today. In London, you have Sadiq Khan, a son of an immigrant, is the mayor of London. What we should think in Nigeria, how are we going to make Nigeria work? How are we going to now have a viable economy? The economy doesn't know Christians and Muslims. The market doesn't know anything. If you go to the market today, you see both the Muslims and Christians are in the same market. So what we should do is now to think, how are we going to make our country work? And as I said before, politics is not just about idealism. It's about reality. The reality on the ground, who do you think will bring you vote, and who do you think will assist you in delivering what you are planning to do?
Well, thank you for that. You're talking about the fact that multicultural Britain is represented with the governance, but that's exactly the opposite of what Asiwaju Tinubu has done by picking a Muslim-Muslim ticket. He's not representing the multi-religious, multi-ethnic. That part he's representing, but not the multi-religious part. So I'm not sure how that argument works in this case. But with regards to the choice here, I was talking about this earlier, it's a risk, it's a bit of a gamble, isn't it? Do you think that Nigeria is ready for a Muslim-Muslim ticket? Obviously, in an ideal world, it wouldn't matter. And I know that at some point we will get there in this country. But are we there now?
Very much ready. I think when you say a running mate, it's a single ticket if you look at it. What affects the president affects the vice president in terms of litigation. Once there is litigation against the vice president, it will affect the president. But if you look at other appointments that run the government, where you have the Federal Executive Council, each and every segment of Nigeria will be represented. Now you come to the National Assembly. If you come to the National Assembly, you have the 109 senators representing senatorial district in the country. You have the 360 representatives that represent all the constituencies in Nigeria. Government does not just end with the presidency. It ends with this component of government where decisions are taken, where things are taken. Let's go to the campaign. You have seen both Christians and Muslims in the campaign. And let's wait and see. This thing was announced yesterday. Today, in the party, you have even quoted Ganduje. You see, I have seen Osita. Osita even mentioned, he supported the ticket, and he said that this is what they are going to do, Osita Okechukwu. This is what matters. What matters is for us to see what this man is bringing on board, the competence of human being. You see, I always say this, Nigeria, we have one problem, but Muslims and Christians sometimes, our emotion and sentiments becloud our sometimes sense of reasoning. We are the type of people the Bible is describing as well as the Quran. The Bible in Matthew 13:13 says, seeing they see not, hearing they had not, neither do they understand. The Quran says, they are deaf and dumb. They are not seeing the path. This is a typical Nigerian thinking. Forget about their educational level. Once you go to the hospital, you don't ask who is the doctor, is he a Muslim or a Christian? When you are traveling, you don't ask the pilot, is he a Christian or a Muslim? But when you come to governance, you mix it with religion. That is how we think sometimes, and that is what is one of our problems in the country.
Professor, what is different from 2015? Why is it that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if all things being equal, if Nigeria is a religious and very tolerant nation, as you claim, why is it that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not the vice presidential candidate or was not the vice presidential candidate of President Muhammadu Buhari? Why didn't we have a Muslim-Muslim ticket in 2015? So what changed between 2015 and now?
Let's put it. In my earlier preamble, I told you that election is about demography. It's about bringing something on board. It's about calculation. You have to now think horizontally and vertically. You look at who is going to appeal to your stronghold. Where are you going to bring the votes? Who is going to make that ticket to augment what you are bringing? Because you have 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. And now Tinubu happens to be from southwestern part of the country. Then you come to the north. It's only when people come to the north, they look at the north as entirely a northern north. They don't look at it as northwest, northeast, and north central. And let's put it this way. Who is that person that if I bring this person, I can appeal to the northwest, I can appeal to the northeast, and I can appeal to the north central to bring the votes from that side and to unite the people to bring that vote. It's just about that. It's not just about the religion. And he happens to be a Muslim. That person that will bring the vote, that person that will bring the unity within that electoral college. That is just it. And it happens today. Let me just give this example. If today, let me, for the sake of this analogy, if Right Honorable Yakubu Dogara got a ticket in major political party in Nigeria today, and he has to pick a Muslim from the south, then he now pick Murtala Chukwuemeka from Olu local government. What kind of vote that Chukwuemeka is bringing on board? So politics, you have to, I told you, it's not just about idealism. It's about you
Prof,
to think,
Prof,
how are you going to win the election?
Prof, if you let me speak, my question again is, I asked you specifically, why didn't we have a Muslim-Muslim ticket in 2015? Why couldn't Bola Tinubu, as a Muslim, balance the ticket out with Buhari in 2015? That's just all I'm asking you.
Yeah, the consultation at that material time, there were consultation. And I told you that this time around, there is consultation too. If you could remember at that material time, a placeholder was placed. Paul was the person at that time before they arrived at Osibanjo. You understand?
Yeah, I'm asking
the same
why,
thing here,
why
Ibrahim Masari was placed so as to consult. Politics is not just about individual decision. It's about collective decision of the party, of members of the party, and sometimes you have to go outside the party because you are lobbying for votes. And you look at that person that will bring that vote for you. It's not just about that. And sometimes we popularize things through media, whatever, but this country needs solid leadership, not just religious issues. And we are going into the campaign. And you're going to see from both faiths, people are going to join this ticket and are going to campaign and are going to vote for this ticket. By God's grace, APC is going to win this election.
Well, Professor Medaner, I don't think you can be too sure of that, because if you say so, then you'll be discounting the objection that has been expressed by the Christian Faith Network of Nigeria and also by the Christian Association of Nigeria and others who think that this amounts to the promotion of the politics of exclusion, considering how religion is such a sensitive matter in Nigeria. And already within your party, the APC, Daniel Buala has resigned for this same reason. One Senator Abo has also withdrawn from the campaign organization of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And we understand that there are serious divisions already within the party because of the choice of former Governor Shettima. How deep are those divisions? And do you think that all of these developments do not matter?
No, what I'm telling you, and I stand by that, and I will be here in 2023 to see. We have seen organizations, religious organizations, geopolitical organizations endorsing candidates in the past. And those people, at the end of the day, they didn't win. But the reality on the ground, people doesn't carry the real opinion pool. It's just they are mere sentimental or emotional feelings sometimes to overheat the polity. But what is happening on the ground is different. If you go to Wuse Market today, you see both Muslims and Christians, they transact their business together. They don't have problem. Those are the real voters. We have seen in Ekiti State who are the real voters and who are the social media voters. There are social media voters. They will overheat the polity as if tomorrow something pandemonium is going to happen. But when you go to the real voters, you see they are ready because it's them that the issue pinch. It's them that knows what is happening in the economy, and they are ready to do it.
No, Professor
Medaner, are going to appeal to those people.
No, Professor Medaner, sorry to interrupt you. I mean, okay, those you call social media voters, do you have in that category also
Yes.
members of your party who are already protesting, some of them resigning, and governors of the Northwest saying that they will visit President Buhari in Daura to register their disaffection? Are they also social media paper
All is
tigers?
part of consultation. That is party for you, discussion and dialogue. It's part of dialogue. You cannot satisfy both sides, but it's for you the ability to dialogue with them, to make them see reasons, now to come back and work on the same page. It's part of it. That is politics for you. You have seen what happened today. I always try to give example with what is happening in other countries. You have seen what the members of Conservative Party did. What they are trying to do is to unite their party. And consultation will go on. And that is it. We'll continue consultation, counter consultation. You will now lobby those people that feel aggrieved or they feel, oh, this is not right. And you make them to see reason why they should support what you are doing. That is how it is.
Right. I have 2 questions for you.
You don't have to wait. You don't have to say...
2 questions, please.
Pardon?
Why choose a running mate from Borno State when PDP's presidential flag bearer is from the same Northeast? Atiku Abubakar is from Adamawa State. Will that, lessen your chances as APC? Because Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is not somebody to be easily dismissed. That's the first question. You can answer it.
This is same question, same thing, why choosing this vice president. And the reason for choosing the vice president is what value is he going to add on the tickets. It's not just about his geopolitical zones, it's to look at it. And today, they are doing consultations. And in party, when you do consultation, the results or the agreement will be implemented. So that is party for you. It's not just one man's show. You have 8,809 wards. All this, there is leadership. And there are leaders in the states that overseeing those structure. And all of them will be consulted. They have representation. That's why you mentioned that they have gone to Daura to consult with the president, and there will be consultation again. That is it. It's not just about Atiku Abubakar because he's from Adamawa State. That's why the vice presidential candidate is from Borno State. Is what is bringing on board the pedigree of the person, and what is his capacity. What is he going to bring?
Okay, can you give us an
It's just
insight?
about that. It's not just about the geopolitical zones or ethnicity.
Right. Can you give us an insight into what actually happened? Because
If you look at it, if you look at it ethnically, the man is a Kanuri, and in this part of the divide, Kanuri, they are not the majority. It's just what he's bringing to appeal to voters that knows him, knows what he's going to bring.
Right. He's a Kanuri.
So it's not about ethnicity, it's not about religion. It's about the capacity of the person.
He's a Kanuri like Baba Gana Kingibe. But my next question was that in his address, Asiwaju Tinubu said that he's not an indecisive man. I think that was a response to people who had wondered why he had to have a placeholder for so long, why he didn't hit the ground running, knowing he was going to run for president. He also said beyond that, that he had to consult with different stakeholders, which you have said. So can you tell us to what extent did this decision really hang on Asiwaju? To what extent was he persuaded by other people? What exactly happened? Who do we credit or blame, depending on how you feel about it, for this decision?
Even in your family, when you're doing consultation, when you're having dialogue, when you're having meeting, you might not satisfy others. And they will continue to say, how do you assuage this? How do you make this thing to balance? And there are other things. As I said before, it's not just president and vice president that makes the cabinet. There are other almost 400 and something parastatals in the country. You have ministerial appointment. The Constitution makes it very clear that it has to be one from the states of the Federation. And each one of them will be given his role and he will contribute his quota. So it means each and every nook and cranny of the country, there will be representation for the government to be formed. If you look at vice president, if the president does not give him an assignment, He doesn't have any constitutional role to say that this is what he's going to do. It has to be in the policy of that president to give him roles to play. It's only in the absence of the president that he shall now sit. So that is it. But the others, they have constitutional role to play. Some of the parastatals, they have their acts where they act within. There are some parastatals that the president cannot just wake up and sack the person. It has to go through the National Assembly to get 2/3 of the National Assembly to remove the person, because there is little protection of that person that occupied the office. So we have to look at those places, not just the president and the vice president. Each and every segment of the party, each and every segment of the country will be taken care of. So, but sometimes you see, because we want to now create kind of chaos or create some kind of illusion, people will now go and concentrate either the religion of the person or the ethnicity of that person or the geopolitical zones of the person. Even in PDP, you see what is happening. Okoa is picked, but there are still some
Professor.
people that are not satisfied with his nomination.
Okay, Professor,
that is how it is.
Professor.
In politics, you cannot satisfy all.
Okay, Professor.
But you see less rancor in APC.
Okay, Professor, real quickly. In 2015, Vice President Osinbajo was not a politician, had no electoral value. The only value he brought to the ticket was because he was a Christian and because they needed a Muslim-Christian ticket, because Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not a Christian and a Muslim-Muslim ticket could not sell. That was what APC brought forward, and that's been agreed. Why is it that the APC has now reneged against that national zeitgeist with a Muslim-Muslim ticket?
Osinbajo was a politician.
What position did he hold before now?
The Constitution says you must be a member of political party. Allow me to land. You must be a member of political party. Allow me to land, my brother. You asked a question. Let me answer you. You must be a member of political party before you be appointed into a political office. That is how it is. Every minister that said I'm not a politician, he must be. That is what the Constitution says. You must be a member of political party. That is one. Secondly, the Buhari factor at that material time and the balancing of the tickets actually requires that I told you, is a product of consultation. Even at that material time, it was a Muslim-Muslim they were trying to do. And again, consultation produced Osinbajo. And the rest is history today. And this consultation produced Shettima today. And if you have a political party, you must consult. And the consultation was done, and this is the product of the consultation. You should know that a planning man is a winning man. And this is not just accidental. There is consultation and there is calculation. So in politics, you calculate. Where they have counties, you now look at your stronghold. What is coming from your stronghold? What did you get in so time? What have you been gotten in so and so time? You calculate. And out of that, who do you think can drive these votes out of that place? So if you look at the vice presidential candidate, is to augment. At that material time, the APC was looking at southwest and the northern part of the country, so as to get the spread. Buhari has been contesting from 2003 to that 2015. But if you look at it, you must have 25% of the vote constitutionally from 2/3 of the states. He has been coming with 10 million, 12 million, 10 million, 12 million, but the spread was not there. So Osinbajo, southwest, to appeal to southwest so that you can have that spread of the 2/3 of the states. That is the calculation. So politics is about calculation entirely.
But Tinubu was
it's
from
not
the
about
southwest,
people
so why
to
didn't he
feel
get it?
emotional.
Tinubu could have appealed to the southwest more, so why didn't he get it?
I don't get you.
But Tinubu could have appealed to the southwest more in 2015.
Get what?
Why didn't he get the vice presidential slot? Why was he Osinbajo?
I told you, it's a consultation. The consultation within the southwest now produced Osinbajo. It's not based on religion.
Okay, thank you so much.
It's consultation.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you.